Hello and welcome to the Vente Unique Marketplace. In this tutorial, we will show you step by step how you can integrate your products and offers manually using an Excel or CSV file. Log in to your Mirakl Vente Unique portal. Click on Add your first offer. On the left side, you can download our product and offer template. We strongly recommend using our template, as it is the fastest way for you to integrate your products. Then click on Excel template. You can choose to download a template that allows you to integrate both products and offers at the same time. We recommend using this file, but if you prefer to do it separately, you can also download only the product template or only the offer template. It is very important to uncheck this box, as this will allow you to download a file where you can fill in the titles and descriptions in different languages for the countries where you want to sell. Then you need to select the furniture categories you want to include in your file. As an example, we selected the sofa category. You can also choose the language of the file. Now I will explain how this file works. In the first tab, Data, you must enter your product information. The first column to fill in is the category of the product, which will determine which information you need to complete. As you can see, the row turns red and yellow. All red cells are mandatory attributes that must be filled in, yellow cells are recommended fields, and white cells are optional. If all mandatory fields are not filled in, the file will contain errors and your products will not be integrated into Mirakl. In the Columns tab, you can immediately see which columns and information are mandatory, recommended, or optional. For example, attribute 177, which corresponds to the shape of the sofa, is mandatory. In the Reference Data tab, you will find all the values you can enter for each attribute. For example, attribute 3 corresponds to the material. Attribute 2 corresponds to the color, and here are all the possible values. We will now complete a product together in the file. We always start with the product category. In the file, you will see that titles and descriptions in all languages are required. Of course, you can fill in only the countries where you plan to sell. We will fill in the titles and descriptions in French, German, and Dutch, to sell in France, Germany, the Netherlands, and Belgium. I will now hide the title and description columns for the other languages that we're not going to use. Very important. We have, of course, to add the EN number of our products. Then we insert the links to our images. Note that the first image must be a lifestyle picture of the product with a background, and afterwards you may insert images of the product on a white background. It is also very important to complete the parent SKU attribute, as this attribute defines the variations of your products. For example, on a sofa, this allows customers to see the different colors or sizes available. If your product data does not yet include variations, you can create them directly in this Excel file by assigning the same number to products belonging to the same model. For example, all sofas from the Sophia model would have the number 2023 in the parent SKU column. Then, fill in the rest of the mandatory red attributes. You can also find further product recommendations by downloading the document called Product Recommendations. We now go back to our Mirakl page to import the file under File Imports. Upload your file and choose the type of file you want to integrate. Offers and products, or prices. Always choose the normal mode. In the section Catalog, Product Imports, you can track the import of your file. When your file contains errors, you will see them directly under lines with errors. Here you can see that the 2 lines in the file contain errors and were not integrated. In View Details you will find more information, and you can even download the error report. For example, here, there was an error with the product's EAN number, and the mandatory SKU attribute was missing. Next, we go back to the Catalog section, then Catalog Management, and we can see that our 2 sofas have been successfully integrated. Next to the France channel you can select the different languages. As a reminder, we want to sell in France, Germany, and the Netherlands, so we added the titles and descriptions in the corresponding languages. When a language has not been filled in, you will see it marked as not applicable. It is very important to note that when there are no errors in your import file, the status of your products will appear as valid data. If some attributes are still missing for certain products, you will find them labeled as invalid data. By clicking on to review, you will find all the products that have been sent back to you by the marketplace for modifications. Currently, these 2 products also have the status pending because they have not yet been validated by the marketplace. Once you finish integrating your products, please contact your Vente unique account manager so they can validate your products. Once this is done, the orange status will turn green with the label published. Now we'll move on to the final part of this video, which is filling in the offer information for your products. You can reuse your previous file used for product integration in completing your offer at the end of the template, or simply by uploading a new offer file. Here as well, all mandatory columns are highlighted in red, such as offer SKU, product ID. If your product ID is your EAN number, make sure to select EAN in the product ID type column. Then, fill in the price and the quantity. The column quantity is not required, but if you do not enter a quantity, the product will automatically be considered out of stock. You must also fill in the state of the product, which will always be new, as we do not sell second-hand furniture. If you want to apply discounts to your products, you must complete the discount price, discount start date, and discount end date columns. This is very important for participating in our commercial events such as Black Friday, summer sales. The start and end dates are required. Otherwise, your products will not appear in the event and will not take part in the operation. In the logistic class column, you can add your logistic categories if your delivery fees depend on the type of product being sold. In the lead time to ship column, you must enter your shipping preparation time. We strongly recommend keeping this delay as short as possible, as products with shorter lead times tend to sell much better than those with longer ones. If you want to sell in France, there are specific elements you need to add in the offer file. First, you must enter your DEA number for every product in the Producer ID, FRDEA, column. This is the number you previously entered in Mirakl under the Circular Economy section. You must also indicate the eco-contribution amount for each product. If you do not have these amounts yet, please contact your Vente unique account manager, who will explain how to calculate them. Now let's move on to the last part of the offer file. You must complete the required fields related to the new GPSR regulation. In the file, these columns are not yet highlighted in red, but they have been mandatory since December 1st, 2024. Your account manager will not be able to open your shop and put your products online if the following fields are not completed: shipping country, manufacturer representative name, address, email, phone number, and the product safety media link. Once all fields are completed, you must upload your file again into Mirakl. You can follow the import progress inside the notification box, where you will see the number of successfully processed lines and the ones in error. You also have the option to download the error file. In the offers section, you will find all your offers. Here, for example, we can see that the stock is set to 0. By clicking on a product, you can access more detailed information, such as the lead time to ship, the ERP information for France, the eco-contribution amount, and of course all the GPSR details. Please note that it is completely normal if you do not see your offers in this section yet. Your account manager must validate your products first. And that's it. You're ready to start selling on our marketplace. Thank you for joining us, and happy selling on Vente Unique Marketplace.